Why did it end for you? I mean, I legit thought you would be there forever. You were my favorite commentator.
Thank you. But if you want to hear God laugh, you tell him your plans. And you have to learn from everything that happens in your life. So you can either piss and moan, or you can take a step back and say, what can I learn from this and how can I grow? Looking back, WWE was paying me a lot of money, and all I was doing was interviews on the app at this time. Yes, they could have said to me, we're going to cut your salary in half and increase your responsibility, and I would have gladly said yes, but that's not how the business works. For what they were paying me, they can get 4 people to do the job, pay them far less. Is the quality going to be the same? I can't speak to that, but those 4 people are going to learn. It's not like they can't learn the job. There's nothing I did that someone can't learn. I was a fan. I have a vocabulary for whatever reason. Those are the only, and some weird references, those are the only nuances I can bring that you can't, but you can bring something that I can't. So there's that.
All right. Can we do a little WWE word association? I'll throw out a name.
Anything you want. Anything you want.
You can go one word, you can go 10 minutes, whatever you want. John Cena.
Poor John. It must have been the loneliest guy in the world during his time there. He was at the top. They didn't get a chance to breathe. Make a wish, this. The guy never said no. When I see him now, I smile. A, because I know he's financially well off. And B, because he was cool to me. You know, I talked baseball with him. That's all I ever wanted from John Cena. I got to wrestle him. I got to get stretched by him. I got to cut a promo for him. I'm good.
CM Punk.
Punk's a unique individual, and I don't think in 30 years you're going to find a lot of people like him. Truly a guy that sees where he wants things to go and controls that. I know for me, when I would have a match or I didn't have an idea of my legacy. I want this match to be seen as this. I always felt Punk always had 7 steps ahead. And I always really enjoyed working with him as well. We came up together, and always happy to see guys that you were in class with. You're always happy to see them make it. So there you go.
Shawn Michaels.
You have to get over the fact that he's Shawn Michaels. You can't be intimidated. Shawn Michaels has given me some great advice. And it's funny because you can only speak to someone half a dozen times, but sometimes some of the things they say to you last you forever. Shawn explained to me about being what's called a good little heel. And he put it to me like this. The guy in the front row thinks he can kick your ass, but his girlfriend says, I don't know, honey. And that's real heat. And that's all he ever needs to say to me, because I got it from there. The light bulb went off. Second thing with Shawn Michaels, we were doing a big battle royal. And the way I was taught, again, is you're supposed to be light. That's how this thing is supposed to go. We're in a battle royal. Shawn Michaels is in a corner, as he should be. So I go over to him, and I'm making believe I'm trying to throw him out, and I have his foot, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I take his foot, and I slam it against my own head, and I take a tumble backwards. Well, after the battle royal, he comes to find me. He's Shawn Michaels. Hey, by the way, loved that thing you did. I could do that with you all night. Thanks, kid. May not have even known my name, to be honest with you. Those are the things that I kind of put in my back and say, yeah.
Randy Orton.
Randy was very cool, very down to earth. Another guy with whom I shared some extracurricular activities. And Randy was one of the first guys when I had my quote unquote heat. I thought it was a good idea to go around to everyone and personally apologize. And I caught Randy napping, literally sleeping, napping. And I didn't realize these guys are on the road for 300 days a year. Don't bother them. So, excuse me, Randy, I just want to apologize. He's like, dude, stop. I'm not that. I'll never be that. Don't apologize. I'm going back to sleep. So, very cool guy. And the best. Don't let anyone say, they can say whatever they want. Oh, my guy. No. You can't see how good Randy Orton is.
Did you ever work with Randy?
No, we never touched in the ring. There might have been that tag team thing where there was like everyone and him. I don't know. My memory is getting bad, but I don't think so.
Dolph Ziggler.
Nick and I got along just fine. Came up, rode together. The car was Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, and Johnny Parisi and myself for a little while. He's funny. He's a stand-up comedian. He's very creative, and he played the game correctly. He saved his money, and now he is a lifer. He can do whatever he wants. I think he had a little bit of a neck injury. And the thing about Nemeth is he's legit. You know, he holds I think it's a Kent State record or something to that effect in Greco-Roman. Funny guy, creative guy, and set for life. So there's that. That's always a good thing, you know.
JBL?
Bradshaw was another guy of whom I ran afoul, and part and parcel to my attitude and his gatekeeperness of the business. But also, again, guys are going through things in their lives. I didn't know, but John was being told that he couldn't wrestle anymore. He had compressed discs in his neck, and he was drinking, and that's got to weigh on you. And thankfully, there was a compression therapy that allowed to lengthen his spine, allows John to be healthy. But I caught him during a bad time, and he was, harsh to me. There was a point where I did think I was going to take my lumps, and that's the thing. And I guess that's the way that I grew up. Is look, I don't want to get beaten up. No one does. But if there's going to come a point where you're finally going to do it, like, can we just let's do it? Because the yelling at me and the harassing me every week and the making me feel like crap is starting to really weigh on me. But maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe to beat you up is too easy. But as time went on, I got to know John and respect John. Very smart man, especially when it comes to like financials, which is something that I got into as I started to make more WWE. But beyond that, you're always a little intimidated. And you always wonder what would happen if he did get up and did take a swing at you. So there you go.
How did the boys treat you from being a wrestler than to being a commentator? They had to have been nicer to you as a commentator because you're there to put them over, no?
Yes, and that's, you remember the things that people tell you. It was Triple H that I went to and I had all my heat, and I said, man, what do I do? He said, man, don't worry. Stop giving everyone bottles. He's like, you can bump and sell your ass off. They're all going to want to work with you the minute they see they can make their shit look good. Ding, light bulb. So by the time I'm a commentator, I have a little bit of tenure in WWE. I've earned the respect of, I would like to think, mostly everyone there for my work. I was also I never said no to anything. You know, they called you up on a Wednesday at 5:00 to go be in the studio in Stamford, and I lived in Long Island, to sit in New York traffic. Can you be there by 7? Yes, sir, I'll be there. And I was. As a commentator, they all loved it because you gave validation to what they were doing. Abdullah the Butcher once said to me, we, the wrestlers, are the marks. And I remember, I said, Abby, I called him Abby. I had the audacity to call him Abby. I was 24. Abby, I'm not a mark. He says, oh yeah, boss? You're going out there trying to convince him it's still real. Holy shit, you're right, I'm a mark. So to the wrestlers, they're marks. They want their stuff to look and sound good. So they were all very happy with it. And hey, could you say this about me? Or hey, talk about this. Or whoa, how did you know that about me? Or hey, that's not true. Okay.